Hello everybody, my name is John, and today we're going to be taking a look at some Amazon Prime deals that I saw that I thought I would kind of point a finger at because I was just talking about affordable watches. So here we go. The first one I noticed is this Bulova 3-hand calendar date quartz watch, even though it is quartz. That's a pretty good looking 3-hander tank right there. Just look at that bad boy. Not too shabby. It's good size. It's a modern size tank watch, so yeah, I think for the right person, that would be a good looking watch. Some of these Amazon deals that are happening right now are, I would say, pretty worth it. Citizen always has a good looking eco style watch. Normally these guys, they are powered by the sun or some kind of light source, so you almost never ever have to change the battery out on them. You probably won't have to change the battery out in your lifetime. And I just want to clarify that this video is not sponsored. It is not sponsored by Amazon. It's not sponsored by Citizen or Bulova, Timex, nobody. This is just stuff that I saw online that there was some interest there, and I thought I would throw that interest your way. The one that really piqued my interest is this bad boy right here, the F91W. Look at this guy. $16 for the F91W, and this thing is a classic. It really, man, it can't be beat. As you can see, you can get a G-Shock, the DW9052, basically the one I just made a video about, for $52. Not too bad. List price, I don't think that's accurate, so don't be fooled. I think the average price is about $50, $55, $60, so even $52. That's not too bad. That's pretty good. I have been keeping my eye on the ProMaster Dive Eco Dive Watch from Citizen, and I really like their blue and orange. It looks really, really good. I'm just, I've never pulled the trigger on it because I'm worried that it will not fit on my wrist. That's a pretty big watch, if I remember right. But still a great looking watch. Yeah, case diameter of 44 millimeters, and then it doesn't tell you actually how thick it is. Normally the thickness is a bit of a factor there as well. Bulova, a nice little manual, even though it's not on sale. That's one watch that I've been keeping my eye on. And I really like this Citizen EcoDrive Weekender. I like the case shape. It's really interesting, as is where the crown is, and I like how it's kind of a modern retro look to the dial. It's a really good looking watch. It looks relatively thin. Again, I don't have all the specs on it, and this is kind of a from the hip kind of review here of watches that are available for cheap. Let's see if we can see. The case width is 44. Again, no case thickness, but you can imagine if the case diameter is about 44. Oh, there it is. There it is, 10.5 millimeters. So it's actually fairly thin for a case that's 44 millimeters wide. It's definitely bigger so that you can see it more easily when underwater. This guy is a monstrosity. I would never. But I'm pretty sure that was kind of it. I could have swore I saw a G-Shock for even cheaper. Oh, and there it is. So this is the one that I originally saw that I wanted to really make the video about. I think they've been fudging the price a bit, because $84 for that watch, I don't think that's accurate. But $43 for a G-Shock. I think that's about $5 less than what I spent. So, I mean, come on. this is the main reason why I wanted to make this. So I was saying, oh, I got my watch for a little less than $50. Well, you can get a G-Shock. You can buy it today, have it tomorrow. A G-Shock for a little over $40. And it's a pretty good looking watch, black and gold. You can't go wrong with that look. And I think it's not as interesting as mine, where it was black and gray and red. There's a little more color interest there, but if you just want to have a G-Shock, $43 is not bad. I would take it with a grain of salt that it's 49% reduced, and the original price is $84. I don't think that's accurate. Don't be fooled. But again, normally you do not see G-Shocks for a little over $40 or roughly $40. So that's a pretty darn good deal. Just something to keep in mind. If I didn't have a G-Shock already, I can tell you I would pull the trigger on that bad boy right there today, and I would have it tomorrow, or I guess July 16th, which is fine, you know. It's not bad. You gotta wait a little longer, but you still end up getting a G-Shock nonetheless, assuming that it's actually in the package when it gets to you, because Amazon has a bad reputation with me. Oh, G-Shock for $76. I really don't like the digital and analog combination, but you know, to each their own. And another interesting looking Citizen for about $160. Pretty decent looking watch. It almost looks like they tried to go for a pilot's watch there, although I will not be fooled. I don't think that is a very good looking pilot's watch. It's a little too busy. Definitely not for me, but for some people, that's probably a good choice. $159, nearly $160. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it. Now there are some decent Casios here, and I'm trying not to make a bunch of videos about Casios, but when it comes to like Amazon deal days, that's, you know, normally what you're gonna run into. That's not a big deal, but it's not something that I go out of my way to look for. And just as an added little bit, these Timex watches that are trying to keep up with Casio, yeah, just stop. Just quit it. These watches look awful. They are awful. And yeah, I would never buy them. And I own Timex watches, but these kinds of watches, yeah, I would never buy. They're just kind of gross looking. No interest there. As for other Amazon deals, I'm really not seeing much, so that's where I'm going to cut the video. There's other watches that you can get, but they're no names, and I'm not sure of the quality, so I'm definitely not going to point a finger that direction for you. It's just really not worth it to me, because then you're going to get a junky piece of junk watch, and you're going to be upset, and you're going to think to yourself, well, that John guy told me to go get it, so I'm not going to watch his content anymore. That's not what I want. Oh, there's some decent. Here are some decent Timex watches. I know the Iron Man line of Timex are pretty good. I had a coworker that swore by it. I think he had his watch for nearly 20 years, and it just kept ticking. So, I mean, pretty good. I don't think they look as good as G-Shock, but I'm pretty sure they have the same kind of survivability as a G-Shock, just maybe not as much as a G-Shock, as in dropping it from a helicopter or driving over it with a car or some such. But not too bad for $32 if you're just looking for a tough watch that you don't care what happens to it when you're at work or out on the trail or boating or some such. Okay, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. I just wanted to do a quick video for mainly that G-Shock there, so I hope you enjoy. And if you were looking for a G-Shock, I hope that helped. Anyway, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.